Welcome into Chic and Ball. I'm your host, Els. Thank you for tuning in and watching. On today's show, we look back on the season the Minnesota Lynx had in 2024. This Minnesota Lynx team, after winning 4 championships, came out with a franchise record and went 30-10. They were 6th on offense and 2nd on defense. Coach Cheryl Reeves in her 14th year with this team. After 2 seasons under 500, she got this team back into the WNBA Finals for the first time since 2017. A lot of people might not agree with her coaching style, because one thing Coach Cheryl Reeves gonna do is she gonna ride her starters. Napheesa Collier averaged 35 minutes this past season. K-Mac averaged 32 minutes. Bridget Carleton averaged 30 minutes. And then Alanna Smith and Courtney Williams averaged 26.5 minutes. So that really leave no room for the bench players. And that's what it kind of looked like to me down the stretch. Like this team kind of burned out. Even though they got to the WNBA Finals, they had so many opportunities to win that last game, but you can just tell that they were gassed. And New York was able to kick it into that next gear and kind of overtake them. For Coach Cheryl Reeves, she won her 4th Coach of the Year award, and this has been an amazing run. She won her first one back in 2011 and now another in 2024. Just goes to show how great of a coach she is and how long she's been doing it. Now let's talk about the players on the team, starting with Taylor Soule. Only played in 2 games for the Lynx, didn't score any points sadly. She's also not currently signed to any teams for 2025. You might remember her more for being on that Virginia Tech team with Georgia Amoore and Liz Kitley. Now let's talk about Sika Koné. Played in 17 games for the Lynx, only 3 minutes a game, but she made some big plays for this team this year, and she's starting to look like a real player. She has yet to finish a single season on the same team, so let's hope that changes with the Lynx in 2025. Now let's talk about Olivia Époupa. Played in 17 games for Minnesota. One of my short queens. She only 5'5", but she loved to play with the big girls, literally and figuratively. She didn't take a single 3-point shot all year. No announcements on her plans for 2025, but the Lynx still have rights to her. Now let's talk about Myisha Hines-Allen. Played in 13 games for Minnesota, averaged 7 points on 50% shooting, was a big factor in the playoffs. Sadly, she was the only Lynx player to not play in the final game of the WNBA Finals, and that's probably why she signed to play with the Dallas Wings for 2025. Now let's talk about Alissa Pili. After a promising career at Utah, averaged over 20 points, she only got 6 minutes a game. And what's crazier about that, there was 11 games where she played less than 5 minutes. I think she'll be able to contribute in the WNBA at some point, but just not on this team. Next, I want to talk about Diamond Miller. After a really nice rookie season where she averaged 12 points, she battled injuries in her second year and only averaged 3 points. I very much still believe in Diamond. She won the number 2 pick in the draft for no reason. She was a dog at Maryland, and once she get back healthy, she's gonna be a dog in the WNBA. Now let's talk about Natisha Hiedeman. Played in all 40 games for Minnesota, averaged 5 points on 38% from the field. Has been a really solid pro since being picked in the 2nd round back in 2019. She is also the only women's basketball player to ever be drafted or play coming out of Marquette, and she'll be returning to the Lynx in 2025. Now let's talk about Courtney Williams. C-Dub had a really nice run in 2024. She was one of the main reasons this team was seconds away from winning a championship. In the 2024 playoffs, she averaged 14 and 6 on 41, 44, and 91 shooting percentages. She'll be 30 when the season starts, and these are her prime years, so look out. Now I want to talk about Dorka Juhász. I remember her dominating from our Ohio State Buckeyes. Then she left us for UConn and played well there too. But since she got in the WNBA, she played a little too timid for me. I think she just needs to try to settle herself down a little bit when she's on the court. Be the player you always been. I know it's tough with Cheryl Reeves because one mistake you might get pulled, but she need to play with that same energy she was playing with at Ohio State and UConn. Now let's talk about Cecilia Zandalasini. After not playing in the W for 5 seasons, she came back and played in all 40 games for Minnesota, 51 if you include the 11 playoff games. Before 2024, she last played in the W in 2018 for the Lynx. Now she'll be with the Golden State Valkyries for 2025. For the Lynx, she averaged 4 points on 45-44 shooting splits. Now let's talk about Bridget Carleton. Averaged a career high 9 points on 44, 44, 79 shooting splits. Played in 39 games, started in 36. And Bridget Carleton made this team back in 2019 after signing a 7-day contract. And she's been on this team ever since. And her shooting is so much better than it was when she was at Iowa State. She'll be a strong candidate for most improved player headed into next season. Now let's talk about Kayla McBride. Played in 39 games for Minnesota, stepped up big shooting for this team. She shot 52% on threes from the corner. She made her 3rd All-Star team. For the first time in her career, she made over 100 3-pointers, 105 to be exact. Also a career high 49 steals. She'll turn 33 during the 2025 season. And I say that because she's still posting career numbers and getting better. Now let's talk about Alanna Smith. Former number 8 overall pick, had a career year, highest point average with 10 points, shot 40% from 3, became one of the top rim protectors in the league, and made the all-defensive second team. She finished 3rd in defensive rating behind Asia Wilson and one of her teammates. She played on 3 teams before joining the Lynx, but I think we can say she's found a home. Now let's talk about Napheesa Collier. I mean, what a season she had. Career high in rebounds with 9.7, averaged 20 points on 49% shooting, led Minnesota to a franchise record 30 and 10, had a 42-point playoff game, which was the only time she ever scored 40. Also had a career high in assists with 3.4. She was 2nd in the league in steals per game with 1.9 as a 6'1" post player. She was 1st in defensive rating. She was 4th in double-doubles with 18. And I thought she made a very strong case for MVP. Not only all those numbers I just named, but because Asia had already won 2 before this year, and Stewie had already won 2. So I thought they would spread the wealth and give it to Fee this time, but they didn't. Fortunately, she did walk away with the Defensive Player of the Year award. But there you have it, another episode of Chic and Ball. If you made it this far in the show, please hit that like button and drop us a comment. Let us know how you felt about the show. We got one more team to review from 2024. Then I got some college basketball lists I want to go over with y'all. And that's all I'll say for this show. Thank you again for listening and watching. I'm Els for PRNM. Talk to you on the next one.